everybody, it's me, Colton Johnson, with Empty Popcorn Bucket Productions. This is going to be its own self-contained video, so I hope you enjoy. So I went and saw Moana 2, and let's talk about it. So Moana, the first movie back in 2016, was honestly one of my favorite animated movies of the 2010s. It's not only beautifully crafted, has beautiful music, and the talent in the movie is pretty good as well. And so earlier this year they announced that they are coming out with the Moana 2. Take this back to I think it was like a D23 expo several years ago, around the Disney Plus era when they were pumping out a lot of Disney Plus content. They announced a Moana show, and it would be a higher budget Disney Plus show, and it would basically show Moana going on this adventure following the second movie. So later down the line, they announce, or Dwayne Johnson announces that they're coming out with a Moana live action remake. And we'll get into that in another video that actually will come out later this week. But Moana is one of Disney's most popular properties, okay? It's one of the highest, actually, if not the most watched movie on Disney Plus. Has the most streams out of all the other things on Disney Plus. So you would assume, okay, the first one made a good amount of money, and they also recognized that Frozen 2 did pretty well. So why not take what the bare bones of what this Disney Plus show is, and let's turn it into a full-length animated film? Let's talk about why that was, there's pros and cons to why. One, it gives them a movie to release. It gives more general audience to go to the theaters, especially for a sequel. Earlier this year, Inside Out has made over $1 billion in the box office, and it's a sequel. So Moana 2 is a perfect contender to also generate financial gain for Disney. I'm not saying it's all for financial gain. I'm just saying that part of it's financial gain, let's be honest. But here's my review, okay? Moana 2 I had low expectations going into it. I heard that it wasn't that great. I've heard a lot of good things, but that just wasn't as great as the first one. A few things to note: it takes place a few years later. It still has some of the original cast, actually the original cast. So the girl who played Moana's back, Dwayne Johnson's back, a few others return. But Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't come back, and they went with completely different music artists for the movie. And I feel like, I wouldn't say this, the music in Moana 1, phenomenal, beautiful. And I feel like the music here in Moana 2, there was some really stellar songs. Some songs that got me tapping my foot a little bit. But then there were some songs that I was like, it just doesn't match the same energy the first one did, unfortunately. But for the overall story, it was pretty basic, and it almost hit the same beats as the first one. You get the I Want song, the Big Village song, you get the group song, you got some sort of villain song, which I don't even know if it was a villain song. There was a lot of different confusing plot threads in this movie that I was just like, I don't know where it's going. But understanding the background, knowing that it was originally going to be a Disney Plus series, it was also good for me to know that the story was probably going to be pretty episodic. So you have like this 35-minute chunks of the movie, or 20 to 30 minutes chunks of the movie to its own little story beat. And I was like, okay, point A to point B to point C to so forth. And like, it was very broken up that you can like, it definitely like it had a high and then it dipped. And then it had a high and then it dipped. And I feel like that's just kind of how it played out throughout the entire movie. Not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying it's not great. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. The cast was still fun. I thought Maui was a little bit annoying in this movie. Moana was still amazing. I like the extra side characters. I thought they were fun. This movie has a villain problem because in the marketing, it shows one person as like this villainous character, and she ends up just helping them anyways. So, I don't know. I thought it was weird. And then like the big god character, I thought it was pretty underwhelming compared to Taka in the first one, the whole Tafiti thing. But overall, I feel like it was good, and I mean it was good for what it is. It got people in movie theaters. It's made a lot of money so far, but I'm actually more excited for Zootopia 2 that comes out next year, mainly because of Hugh Kwan. And I personally think out of the two, I prefer Zootopia over Moana. That's a controversial take, but that's okay. I love Moana. I think it's one of the higher up there Disney movies, and I love Polynesia. I thought this could have not. I mean, it was inevitable to happen. Frozen 2 happened. We're getting a Frozen 3. We're probably going to get a Moana 3. But, yeah, those are my thoughts. I give it either a 3 out of 5 or a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe I'll have to go watch it again when it's on Disney+. But, yeah, But what I wanted to actually talk about, I have this big project coming out. It's taking me over a month. But I've watched all the Disney live action remakes and the animated counterparts, and I'm coming up with this big video, or it's probably going to be podcast form. So be sure to stay tuned and check that out. I'm sorry I've been absent. My life's been so busy with school. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and go check out my other channel. There's not been videos, but we're going to do another podcast episode, so stay tuned. Have a wonderful day. Bye.